and welcome to the Radical World Series European AMS Round 3 live from Circuit de Barcelona in Catalunya. I am James Parfitt and I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action this evening of what plans to be an absolute epic evening of racing. 18 cars on track tonight, and it should be an absolute barnstorming race here at Catalunya. The Americans went off last night, guys, as well, and that was absolutely incredible. But we are here in sunny Spain, set up with me factor 50 sun cream to make sure my pale skin don't get burnt here in Catalunya. And this circuit has had 10 configurations since its conception. Okay, so it's had 10 configurations, 2 currently in use at the moment. We've got the full Grand Prix circuit, which is what we're using at the moment, and we've got the motorcycle circuit as well. But the Grand Prix circuit, 2.905 miles, 14.675 kilometers, 18 turns, and a current track record basically of a 118.149 set by Max Verstappen in 2021. The motorcycle circuit, the other circuit that's in use as well, that's currently 2.894 miles or 4.657 kilometers and only 14 turns. What's the difference? It's the chicane at turn 14 and 15. It's not there. They literally come round 13 and sweep round the last corner and then go on their way on the motorbikes. And that's one of the things that we will be looking out for this evening here tonight, because it is going to be an absolute incredible race. And that chicane at the end, turns 14 and 15, they're likely to cause problems. They're likely to come into play. And I think from the driver's point of view, they are going to have to be careful. It's got to be sensible. It's got to be that they've got to play ball with each other here, as we see with Johan Olmark. If we can jump on board with Johan, we're just coming around the top end of 13 before we drop down. Now there's a sausage curb there which can cause a problem, but there's also a very big sausage curb on the inside of each exit. Now the problems with them is obviously when we are so low to the ground, the sausage curb comes into effect, right? Because obviously, you know, we're inches from the floor and it's liable to bounce the car up. So whether or not they're going to take that opportunity or that chance to go in there side by side is going to be a big one. But I think here, running on this way down to turn 1, this is where we're going to see most of the overtakes. It's quite a fast braking zone in conjunction with a tight hairpin. So they're going to be very brave to go on the inside, but they've also got to understand as well there's not going to be many other opportunities for overtaking here tonight. Once they get past that, as you can see here with Stefan Mellis, who I believe is sitting there, he is in the gravel. You're right, Stefan. There's not many other places around on this infield section to be able to make the move. As we see Johan Olmark just push the power a little bit too much and go around. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look at the championship standings currently as they sit at the beginning of this race. We've got David Rolliston is out in front from Tiger Racing Team. He's on 112 points. Now, Rollo did an absolute barnstorming race up in Rudskogen and took the victory. So that was absolutely outstanding for David Rolliston. Glenn Andre Christensen from Team Slow Mo Go is there on 100. What I'm going to do, just jump back into the live screen so you can see what is happening here in the standings. Right, so there you go. There are the standings on your screen currently at the moment. George Gonzaga is in third on 97 points. Russell Wooten, absolutely massive gain of 8 places. Now, one of the things for Russell was the fact that he finished second last week in Rudskogen and absolutely drove the race of his life. It was so impressive. Craig Gregory in 5th there on 91. Johan Olmark in 6th. Gary Truby 7th. George Bentes 8th. Damien G 9th. Diego Munio in 10th. Matt Letnes in 11th. Marin Grigic got 3rd last week in Rudskogen, was currently in 12th. Hugh Simpkins 13th. Gordon Haig 14th. Stefan Mellis 15th. Birger Euclid in 16th. Guy Robinson in 17th. And Vigard Lea Olsen in 18th. Now, beyond that, we have got Stephen Koenig in 19th, Ole Gunnar Stendrad in 20th, Tom Weston 21st, tied with Janeman Prius there in 22nd, Jacek Zelenka in 23rd, Vigard Helland 24th, Manik Heister down on 25th. Then we've got Didier Theobald, Sandra Capella and Thomas Gutter-Molson, who hasn't scored points. Now, in the team standings, This is what's happening currently at the moment. Radsport Sim Racing are in first on 156 points. Team Slow Mo Gold up one place on 130. MJX Racing Team in third on 116. Tiger Team up one on 112. Sim Racing Norway on 88. Team Slow Mo down 4 on 75. On Wheels TV is also down 1 on 73. Now you can see down there in 10th place is Team Sim Racing Community. They are down 3 as well on 24 points. So there's a lot happening here and all to ride for from what plans to be an absolute incredible evening of racing. And don't forget, guys, if you are here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bells for notifications, and give the video a big old thumbs up, because that would be absolutely amazing. Good evening to you. Feel across the pond, as always, keeping the conversation flowing in chat there. I do absolutely love when you jump in to the chat, mates. A big shout out to you. Colin Wynn, Mike Bousson, Sandra Capella, Craig Gregory has been here as well. Stephen Koenig, hoping to keep it on the black stuff tonight. That should be a good one. Ivan Bramer, Marnik Heister as well. Soon, JPB will be hosting some long endurance event. That is right. Basically, JPB have been signed to cover the Platinum Racing, Platinum Endurance Championship for the Platinum Racing League. So we'll be covering their Endurance Championship as well. So all of that will be announced on social media. Talking of social media, don't forget to go over to the JPB Instagram, where we're giving away £50 of iRacing dollars when we hit 300 followers as well. So if you want to get yourself involved with and chance of winning £50 worth of iRacing dollars, you need to go over to the JPB on Instagram, follow, share, and like. Don't forget to share. You must share the post to be in with a shout of being there for basically the £50. So definitely head over there and do that as well. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the AMs. Don't forget, straight after this, we go on to the pros here tonight. So that should be an absolute barnstorming event after that. And then straight after that, we go for the SRL TCR Round 1, 40 cars. I do sort of sit back and think, oh my, 40 cars on grid for a TCR race around the Red Bull Ring in Austria. If you ever want to see TCR racing at its best, tune in after the European Pros, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for that. You've got Dan Beebles joining me for the Radical Sim Racing Pros, and you've got Dean Biggles joining me for the SRL Touring Car League as well. So definitely two good teams in place, ready for the pros and the SRL, but you've got just me solo for the AMs. So it's going to be a very busy night here on the JPB YouTube channel. So get yourselves involved, guys, as well, because we've got quite a lot coming up that involves the CMS. It's the CMS Modern race on R-Factor 2. That's going to be tomorrow at round about 7 p.m. UK time. Then we've also got as well, we're going to have a 24-hour Daytona Top Split broadcast running alongside all the other broadcasts as well. So there'll be a Daytona 24-hour Top Split broadcast coming tomorrow night as well. That will kick off for the 4 p.m. split. That'll be myself and Biggles opening, and then we'll have JPB commentators jumping in as the evening goes on and throughout the 24 hours. So definitely keep an eye out on that as well, because we are going to be broadcasting the Top Split, which will be absolutely incredible here as well. And then we go on to Sunday, where we've got the Radical Sim Racing Endurance is back again. So that should be another absolute barnstorming event there for the Endurance League that will be taking place. So that will kick off around about 8 o'clock in the evening, if I'm not mistaken. It is, yeah, and that is also from Barcelona. And then we've got the LSRL GT3 Round 3. So you want to get yourselves involved in that one as well. However, that does go off a little later, around about 1:45 in the morning. So early Monday morning. So if you are about, come and join us. If not, I do fully understand that you may be in bed. So there we go. Good evening, Sven Young-Matheson. Hope you are well this evening as well. So we've got a lot of racing happening on the JPB YouTube channel over the next 24 hours. So keep dates in your diary, turn your bells on so you don't miss any of this action. And I am looking forward to the R Factor 2 tomorrow. I've got to be honest, that's going to be another absolutely barnstorming race as well. If you haven't seen R Factor 2 pre-broadcast, please tune in because it will be absolutely incredible. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more successful than somewhat 24-hour event recently partaken, but I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it's going to be exciting, if nothing else. So get yourself involved in that one and tune in tomorrow. So we've got a lot happening here on the JPB YouTube channel. So if you're ever short of racing, there's going to be something for everyone. Now we are here in Catalunya this week. Next week we're off to Parfitt, Mount Panorama Circuit. Then on the 3rd of February we go to the Red Bull Ring. On the 10th of February we go out to Alton Park Circuit International with no chicanes. Then on the 17th of February we go to Silverstone Circuit, Legacy Circuit, for the Grand Prix there as well. And then we're finishing the season on the 24th of February at Brands Hatch Grand Prix Circuit. So definitely a lot happening currently at the moment. We are expecting, what have we got, 20 cars racing around here as well. And what we'll do is jump on with last week's winner, David Rolliston, who's going to be flying along for us here as well. Just about to start his lap, so let's take you on board here with Rollo as we can see how he gets on. He comes around the last corner, puts his foot down to the gas. He doesn't want to try and carry full throttle if he can on the first lap. He's going to be very cold tires. We're going to be coming down the start-finish straight now here in this amazing Catalunya circuit in Spain, and then we're going to be looking on the left-hand side for about now, just at the red lights on the right-hand side. We're going to be down through the gears, third gear, up through turn 1, off to the left of turn 2, and then we get ourselves lined up ready for turn 3. We're going to be trying to take the inside on the late exit here as well. We're on the gas, we start moving now. Here we go. We have David Rolliston coming up to turn 4. We're going to be braking just before the bridge. Down through the gears we go. Into third gear, he keeps it. We're going to be flat on the accelerator now, letting the car drift out, take as much of the exit curve. He didn't there. He probably could have taken a little bit more exit curve there if he'd let it drift out. He's got a little bit deep in that exit. And here we go on this run down into turn 7 and 8. Now it's quite a fast left-right, so he's got to get it lined up. Take the curb on the left-hand side as much as you can. Watch the sausage curb on the exit, and then you're going to be up underneath the bridge. Slight dab on the throttle, onto the gas we go. And then here is Rollo leading us down now, all the way down into the tricky turn 10. Now this did catch some drivers out on Thursday evening on on the Radical Race series that we cover, and it did catch some people getting on the gas a little bit too early, and then it all kind of just goes wrong after that. So round 12 we go. Second gear here for Rollo on the gas. He's got to go up quick, flash through third, through for fourth, dab of the throttle, down into 30 goes, and then coming into the hairpin of 14 and 15. Looking for the exit curve if you can, and away he goes now on this run around the last lap. What is David Rolliston going to do? He goes into pole on a 142. I am expecting that time to come down. Gordon Haig on a 140 arm. Where does Rollo go? Rolliston goes fifth. Fifth at the moment for David Rolliston. So that's going to be last week's winner. Is going to be sitting down in 5th place currently. So he's going to have to get kind of bit of a wriggle on to try and make an improvement, as we see Jean-Amand Pris just jump up as well. Johan Olmark is another man that's going to be making his way round the last final corner. Elcliffe goes into 12th on a 145.037, but at 141 of Diego Munio Iglesias is absolutely setting the benchmark. These guys are going to have to go some to try and get themselves any quicker than that, but Olmark goes on a 142 currently at the moment. Gordon Haig is going to be one of the first ones across the line from the front runners. Haig sitting in 2nd currently at the moment. We'll have to see how he gets on here as well, but yeah, it's going to be an absolute stunning race either way, I think, and a lot to look out for here tonight, and hopefully they will keep it nice and clean. So hopefully that will be on the agenda this evening, just keeping it nice and clean, keeping it on the black stuff, and letting us, letting them see how they get on, and hopefully, touch wood, they'll all manage to get through successfully. But hey, racing's racing, right? David Rolliston's just got purple in sector 2. There is David Rolliston coming round now. 14 and 15. Green in sector 1, purple in sector 2. What is he going to do as he comes around the line now? On this run down to the line, it's just about now. David Ross of 4th. Marnik Heiston topping the timing tower on a 1:41.15. Glenn Andre Christensen is green all the way round as well. What is he going to do as he currently jumping across the standing timing thing now? There he goes across the start line. Jacek Zelenka is another man on a bit of a mission. Jacek there is purple in 1. What is he going to do in his green in 2? Yellow in 3. Zelenka, no time on the board, and that's probably something to do with his off tracks that he's had. But Gordon Haig is now purple in 1. What can he do? I wish I was racing. I wish you were racing as 2, Mr. Wynn. I do miss you. But I'm sure you'll be back with us very, very shortly. I'm sure. Get well soon as well. If you haven't, as well. Colin Wynn is a little bit under the weather. So there we go. Lucas Vieira, good evening, James. Good luck, guys, on the race. Good evening to you as well. So Gordon Haig, Rollo's purple again in 2. Try and keep an eye on the both of these together. Roundabout, the problem is that they're literally exactly the same place on the circuit. So Gordon Haig may come across the line a little bit sooner. But then Rollo's going to be coming into the chicane as Gordon Haig goes out. What is Haig going to do as he comes across the line now? Gordon Haig currently in 6th on a 1:41.539, needs about 4 tenths. What is Rollo go? Haig goes into pole on a 1:45.35. What does Rollo do? Oh, Rollo's still in 3rd. Rollo in 3rd on a 1:41.152. Marnik Heiston, Damien G tops the 140s. Laid on Diego Iglesias goes into 2nd on a 1:45.67. The times are coming down thick and fast now. And these guys are putting on some absolute great times currently at the moment. But Gordon Haig on a 1:45.35. Surfer Mellis has got in way too deep there. What can Russell Wooten do, the Australian, here this evening? Wooten's currently on a 1:41.7. He's going to go out. I'm sure he'll go out and put his all into it. Stefan Mellis is green in 1 and 2. I think he could be yellow in 3, though, I've got to be honest. But Damien G up into 3rd. What an absolute barnstorming qualifying from Damien G. I had the pleasure of meeting him the other day at the Autosport International. Not going to lie, somewhat of a strange scenario when somebody walks up to you and goes, "Hello, James," and you're staring at somebody and have no idea who they are, and then you completely forget that everybody knows what you look like, but yet you don't have a Scooby what they look like. It was only till he told me his name, who he was, that I realised it was Damien G, but it was very bizarre. I've got to be honest, somebody walking up to me, shaking their head, go, "Hello, James," and you have no clue, none, none whatsoever, who they are currently there in the Autosport International in Birmingham. So, you know, overall, I got to meet Damien G, Paul Clark, and Phil Glover, who's from another series there as well. Gordon Haig still going on pole, 1:40.54. What is Heiston going to do? Is he going to take it back? Oh, he goes 2nd, 1:45.65. 1:45.65 for Marnik Heiston. And that's going to be just round about it, I think, for the last one here in qualifying. But, yeah, what a stunning qualifying, and that was too. Times coming down thick and fast. So stay tuned, guys, because if them times got anything to go by, it's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, keep an eye out here, and then we can see who is left out on track. I think George Gonzaga's just kind of driving around. He has done his 4 laps. Stefan Mellis here, just coming around to complete his 4th one now. Stephen Koenig from Team Heat Together. He's another man just coming around to do his final laps. Mellis doesn't improve there, Stephen Koenig. So, and that is the end of qualifying here tonight. So let's see. Here, we'll bring you up the grid and have a look how these drivers got on. So it is Gordon Haig in 1st place. with Monik Heister in second, Diego Iglesias third, Damien G fourth, Jacek Zelenka in fifth, Yu Simkin sixth, David Rolliston seventh, Vigard Helland eighth, George Gonzaga in ninth, Craig Gregory in 10th, Glenn Andre Christiansen in 11th, Guy Robertson down in 12th place. Then beyond that, we've got Russell Witten 13th, Johan Olmark 14th, Max Letners 15th, Stefan Miller 16th, Janeman Prius in 17th, Gary Truby 18th, Berger Elklid 19th, and Maren Grigic down in 20th. So there is Gordon Haig on pole position from Sim Racing Norway. So, seeing how we can go. Do we think it's going to be clean down into turn one? That's going to be the biggest challenge here from these guys. So the lights are going to be on now. Here we go. 3, 4, 5. And we are green, green, green for the Radical Sim Racing European AMS. Coming down from Catalonia as we're going on board with Gordon Haig and Monik Heister, who's got an absolute flying start. Monik is going to look at trying to take the lead into turn one. Bought better of it at the moment, but Glenn Andre Christiansen as well. He's going up through two currently at the moment. There's a lot of movers and shakers so far. A lot of people have gained and lost over that little bit start line, start procedure, with Damien G up one place as well. So Damien G there currently sitting in third place. What is he going to be able to do here this evening? And let's see what G can do. But it's Monik Heister pushing Gordon Haig. It is Monik goes through. Damien G battling away with Diego Munio Iglesias here as well. G on the inside as we go rushing down now into the tricky turn 7 and 8. They've contact there as well. Oh, Heister's round. Oh, Monik Heister has gone round. There was contact with him and Gordon Haig. And unfortunately for Monik Heister, he's dropped all the way down to the field and he just goes straight back to the pits. And that is a job done. We'll have another look back at that one in a very short second here tonight as well. So let's stay tuned and we will catch you up with the replay. But it is the leaders going around 12, turn 13. Diego Munio Iglesias in second, Yu Simkins third, Damien G's dropped down to fourth, Wallows up into fourth now, G down into fifth. But unfortunately there as well, looks like Johan Olmark has taken a trip off track. But we'll try and catch up with this Monik Heister incident. So Monik Heister went off track just about here. A lot of moves on this track currently at the moment. I don't really want to... Let's have a look now. Slight contact there. He's got the wiggle on. Oh, Diego Iglesias sends Monik Heister around, but unfortunately for that, Monik has gone round. So there we go. Wait now. So Monik Heister has gone around, unfortunately. But we're back up front with Gordon Haig, Diego Munio Iglesias, Yu Simkins. As I now sit here battling fires. Just bear with. Two seconds on this one, guys. I'm sorry, but it looks like the live pictures have gone a little bit skew with it. There we go. We're back up underway. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I didn't like coming out of that replay. And it's caused me a little bit of a problem, but we're back up and running now from the live pictures here. Vigard Heller from Team Slow-Mo currently sitting in 7th place. So Jacek Zelenka and Gary Truby have had a coming together as well. Gary Truby did unfortunately get himself in a somewhat bit of a pickle. There is Gary Truby on the outside of the last turn. Big puff of smoke in front of him. Oh! Yowzers. That is where Jacek Zelenka and Gary Truby come together. Going to be both of their races over and done with, unfortunately for these boys. So we're back now. We have Gordon Haig out in front currently at the moment. Okay, for some reason it's not loving coming out of a replay at the moment. There we go. So Gordon Haig out in front with Diego Muno Iglesias behind him. See how he's going to get on now. Currently coming round turn 13 down into 14 and 15. On lap 3, 24 minutes remaining. Diego Muno Iglesias in second. David Rolleston is there in third, bringing up the gainers now. As you can see, Rolleston up 4, Grigic up 10, Koenig down up 5, and then we've got Christensen down 5, Zelenka down 14 places here this evening. 14 places is Jacek Zelenka. And then we've got Malik Heister, who's unfortunately out of the race and has joined us in YouTube chat here tonight. So Gordon Haig currently out in front, Diego Iglesias second, David Rolleston third, Damien G fourth. Can Haig hold on? So that's going to be the question. I think the problem with that, Mr. Wynn, is I don't know how much choice he had over that rejoin. I've got to be honest. It looked like the car was already squirreling and he's trying to keep it under control when it did spin. I would love to be able to show you that again, but I'm worried that it's not going to come out of a replay properly and cause me somewhat of an issue. I can take that chance, but I'm just a bit worried that it won't come out of the replay. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Zelenka did not have that car under control at the moment there was contact. Unfortunately, the Mane Heister incident was unfortunately, Alex was a little bit out of control, and then Diego Iglesias just took the opportunity to try and go up beside him, and that was it really on that one. But there's been a few other incidents as well. Jacek Zelenka's gone off again. Gary Truby's now jumped into the pits. Gary Truby into the pits, so I think that's going to be Gary Truby's evening run here tonight. Don't believe he's going to be able to continue much more after that one. So 22 minutes remaining and the main battle is up front. So let's keep an eye, see how these go. But it is Gordon Haig battling away with Diego Iglesias. Then we've got David Rolleston battling away with Damien G. Vigard Helland battling away with George Gonzaga, pretty much like for like, same colour on the liveries. So there we go. And then down here we've got Russell Wooten defending. Well, he's just actually got past Stephen Koenig. So Russell Wooten making that move past Stephen Koenig on that run down from 4 to 5. So these guys are battling away quite nicely. This is the battle down in 13th place. 4th, 13th place, and then we've got Gordon Haig up front, still with Diego Iglesias there as well. No, he had no chance. Oh, Haig's got out of shape, and here comes Iglesias now, looking at going up the inside. Haig recovers well, manages to get that car back under control, but unfortunately there, it's brought Iglesias right into the back. We're not being very far away at all. It's got to be a run down into turn 1. If he doesn't make that move down into turn 1, he's going to be stuck there again. What is Iglesias going to do? Now, this is where he's got to be looking at pulling in that draft. 2 attempts, down to 1. Gordon Haig says, thank you very much. I'll have that inside line. Currently at the moment, he's gone back into position. This is it. Iglesias is going to make the move on the inside. Oh, he thought better of it down into turn 1. Rollo's opened up that gap to Damien G a little bit more. Vigard still tucked up by George Gonzaga. And here comes Hugh Simpkins chasing down Stefan Mellis with his teammate Marin Grigic in front of him. Grigic up 11 currently at the moment, so an exceptional game there from Marin Grigic. Really, I'm not quite sure what he's going to be able to do here with Simpkins. I don't know if he can be able to lend him a hand or back Mellis into him, but it's a dangerous game when, you know, Mellis can easily make that position back. So it's going to be an interesting one from these guys' points of view, how they're going to be dealing with that. So they've got to be looking at it in a sensible way currently at the moment. But up front, Gordon Haig, he's got literally 2 tenths behind. And there is Iglesias. He's not going to make that move down into 10, is he? He's looking up the inside now. Iglesias has decided enough is enough. He's taken the lead. Gordon Haig runs slightly wide and allowed Iglesias through. Not your normal. I wouldn't have expected that down into turn 10 to be honest with you. But the move was made. Johan Allmark battling with Stephen Kernan. It's contact. They kind of looked like they joined together. That was very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre from them guys. It looked like they almost joined together. We'll see it here. They literally look like they got attached to each other. Yeah, they're, oh, big dose of netcode. Huge. Huge dose of netcode, and it looked like them guys had no chance of resolving that one there as well. So it's not loving coming out of replays, and it's driving me crazy, I've got to be honest. So apologies if you see it again now with the UI come up behind it, but it's not enjoying coming out of replays whatsoever. Craig Gregory, Vigard Helland behind him. So hopefully it should try and sort itself out currently at the moment as that battle fires in the background. Craig Gregory with Vigard Helland. Helland from Team Slow-Mo. See how he's going to be doing on this run up through turn 9. Can Gregory hold Vigard back? That's going to be the interesting thing. And if he can, how long he's going to be able to do it for. Especially where Guy Robinson is being charged down by Mats Leknes from the other Team Slow-Mo. And then got Glenn Andre Christensen down in 14th. He's from Team Slow-Mo Gold. So see how these guys get on. Simpkins looking a little bit racy on the back end of Russell Wooten. Can Simpkins get him with 18 minutes remaining? It's going to be a tricky one. Oh, Simpkins got a lot better run out. This is where the gap's going to come down. He's 3 tenths back at the moment. He's probably going to get it down to about 1. The draft isn't as strong in the SR10 as it is in the SR8. Was in the SR8. So he's got to really try and push. If he's going to lunge, he's got to make that dive for it now. Is Simpkins going to go for it over Wooden? He's not. All the while for Simpkins, though, his teammate Marin Grigic is getting off down the road. The Vigard Helland battling away still with Craig Gregory. Can Gregory hold on as they come around turn 4? Told you it was tough to pass, and it's looking like it's even tougher here for these guys. Can Helland chasing down and get close enough? He's got to be looking, coming round 7 and 8, and he's got to stay as tucked up as he possibly can. There's a bit and off in front. Oh, looked like David Rollison had stopped on the side of the road there. Rollo lost the place to Damien G, so he did go off track. Mats Leknes has done an incident and is around in the background from the guy at Team Slow-Mo that's coming out of turn 7. But Rollo did go off track, and that is why Damien G has made his way back through. So it could be here for David Rollison, a chase down on Damien G now. Got about a second gap currently at the moment. So we'll keep an eye and see if Rollo can pull that gap down over Damien G. But it's all about Craig Gregory and Vigard Helland, really. Helland just needs to... He seems to be... He gets within a certain distance and then it just kind of drifts off. You know, Gregory looks quick in this last sector. Open a gap out to 7 tenths at the moment. But Haig is still chasing down Iglesias. Can Haig catch him? This guy's going off around turn 2, up through 3. Haig takes a different line to Iglesias there. 4 tenths back there as well. So 15 minutes remaining here from the AMs. There we go, straight into the pros. Aaron Griegic up behind Guy Robinson. Can Robinson defend here? Oh, Griegic is sending it on the inside of turn 4. Oh, they're going to make contact, they're going to make contact. Robinson's got to send it up on the inside, coming out of 5 now. Griegic's trying to cut back, going back into through 6 and 7. Can they run too wide through here safely? Griegic makes that move. They run through safely in a moment, and Guy Robinson goes down now into 9th place. And he's got Russell Wooten for company out of everyone. Stefan Mellis. Finally, Hugh Simpkins gets past Stefan Mellis, and that is used up into 11th. But Robinson's not allowing Griegic to go away. He's trying to keep him honest. Wooten's tucked up right behind him as well. So these guys are going to get spicy within the last 14 minutes. They're currently heading around turn 13. Oh, there was contact in front of us then. Or somebody had taken a big old bump. Could have been in the middle with Damien G. He's still up and running okay. Gordon Haig is still chasing down Iglesias. And there's Vigard Helen not got any problems. So somebody had a scrape somewhere. Guy Robinson's going to get slightly closer at the moment, but he's not going to get close enough. Oh, Wotton's gone deep into turn 1. That's him going to be losing position. Lost about a second there. Back up front we go as they're coming around turn 5, dropping down into 6 now. We've got Iglesias in front of us. Diego Muno Iglesias from Spain, battling Gordon Haig from Norway. From Sim Racing Norway. Haig he almost looks comfortable where he is. That's the problem. He's got 13 minutes. Do we make the move too early? That's going to be the problem. Or is he just going to sit back and hold on? What do we reckon? Let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen here between these two leaders. Both matching relative on the same time. Last time out, Haig was a little bit quicker on a 140.96. Iglesias there was on a 141.03. So we're going to try and pick them up on the front 2 sector times, see how they get on. See who was quicker over the portion of the lap. Iglesias is slower than Haig over sector 1 and 2. Oh, he's quicker over 3 though. We'll let it run for another lap here of Catalunya. Into 1 they go, coming out of 2 now. Then they've got this long right-hander of 3. There is a back marker, that's Jacek Zelenka up the road. He is just currently going around turn 4. So we'll keep an eye and see where these guys are going to catch him, but I don't know if they're going to catch him possibly around the latter end of the lap. Iglesias was quicker that time around. Not by much, mind you. We're talking 200ths of a second. It's literally a click of your fingers. It's nothing, isn't it, really? Chase is on for Gordon Haig. Stephen Koenig battling down in 17th place as well, but I want to stay with these leaders just for a minute. Want to see where Iglesias is losing time, where Haig is gaining it. Coming out now of turn 9 on this run down into turn 10. We have the next sector times for you now. There we go. Iglesias are quicker again. It's pulling out 700ths of a second on this run now, around 13. Jacek Zelenka is coming through 15. So we'll have to see where he's going to be caught. Gaps back out to about half a second. Coming around the last turn now. Oh, Gordon Haig's got slow. Bumped the sausage curb on the left-hand side. He's going to still catch some of the draft. He's down to about 3 tenths. Iglesias was slower than Haig on that last lap, even though Haig caught the sausage curb and bounced the SL10 with 11 minutes remaining. Through 1. Rollo's not gained as what I thought he would have done over G. He's still back about 1.1. Wootton is battling away here with Guy Robinson. Russell Wootton battling with Guy Robinson. Keep an eye on your leaders. They've dropped down to about 2 temps currently at the moment, so there it is. Still quite close. This is going down. I think this is going to go down to the last 10 minutes here. Who's going to have the nerve to basically be able to hold on through this race? Oh, Iglesias got wide. He's got slow. This is Gordon Haig's opportunity. They're going to be side by side. Can Haig? Surely you can run him faster than that. As it goes around 9 into 10. Oh, 15's off. Russell Wootton spun up, unfortunately. Dropping down the order. Hugh Simpkins is cleared. Guy Robinson. Stefan Mellis is further back from them as well. But the guys up front are still battling away. Still come down to 3 temps at the moment. Poor Russell Wootton. Dropping down the order now. He's down in 15th place. These guys coming around the final chicane. This is where Haig needs that run. He needs to get the gap down to about 3 temps. On the exit, he does do. Here we go. This is going to be his opportunity now. Coming down to down below 1.9. Can he get this down? Here we go. It's going to be his opportunity. Gordon Haig goes to the left-hand side. He pulls out. Is he going to be brave enough? No. Iglesias cuts him off before he can get on the entrance of 1, and then he's now chasing him through 3. Iglesias in the blue and white. Gordon Haig in the red, white, and yellow. Bottle Sim Racing Norway. We've got a Guy Robinson and Stefan Mellis there. Bigard Helland has unfortunately had an incident, but he's still running. Car still looks okay at the moment, but he has got Marin Grieger closing on him fast. Stefan Mellis is trying to run round the inside on this run down into turn 4. He does do over Guy Robinson. Robinson can come back now. He's got the opportunity to switch back if he can. He's going to stay tucked up now. Is he going to send it this one? Into turn 5 he goes. Nothing doing there at the moment for Guy Robinson. He's got to try and stay close. The leaders are battling it out. We're going to be running on that run down the start finish straight again. This is Haig's opportunity. Haig looks like he's quicker out of that chicane. If he can stay within, he's got to get it down to about 2.5, maybe 3 temps. What's he going to have this time? He's got 3, 4. He's too far back. He's not going to make it this time around. He needs to tidy up that lap to be able to get it within that. Probably really needs 2.5 tenths out of that last chicane to be able to make the move stick. As we said, the draft isn't as strong in the SR10 coming down his start finish straight. He's only clear. He only pulled 2 tenths back, so he's got to get it down to 2.5 to be able to get ahead down into turn 1. And if he doesn't do that coming through the last latter part of the stages round the 3rd sector, he's just going to be sat there. It's going to be just literally him chasing down Iglesias all the time. He's got to find out where he's losing that time. He needs to tidy up that last sector, if nothing else. It's got to be clean all the way through. If it doesn't, he's just not going to get him. He's not going to get him. He needs to keep this gap down. It's down to 2. Oh, it's back out to 3 now. He's going to try a different line. Lock up from Iglesias. That's going to bring Haig into play now. So Haig's got to be a little bit more sensible on this run out of 6 and 7. Haig's on the inside. You don't want to jeopardize your entry into 7. Iglesias is looking ragged. This could be Haig's opportunities are coming out of 8 into 9. A right-hander now. Can Gordon Haig get this position? Still nothing doing, and they still haven't caught up to Jacek Zelenka yet, which I'm quite surprised about currently at the moment. I thought they were going to reel, Zelenka in, but it's just not. Haig, look at the 3rd sector again. Can't keep the gap down. He catches him in 1 and 2. Sector 3 just seems to be a little bit more untidy. He's not going to get it. He's gone in too deep now. Gordon Haig, 8 temps. It's going to be it, I think. 6 minutes remaining, lap 15. And Diego Iglesias, I think, is probably going to be taking this victory. Don't think Haig's going to be able to come down close enough It's got a massive try, but it's going to be a tough one as we look at Vigard Helen coming out of the gravel trap there. It's not been a good evening for Team Slow-Mo because Christensen, Mats Letnes and Helen are not too far away on track. I'll tell you what though, Hayes got the gap down to about 4 tenths again. So he's clearly pulled out 4 tenths out of somewhere. Where did he pull them 4 tenths from? He put sector 1. He got him out of sector 1. He cleared 3 tenths out of him in sector 1. Needs to get, he's got to tidy up sector 3 though. Got to tidy up 3. Through 7, through 8, right-hander, avoiding the sausage curve where possible. 2, he's got it. Oh, he did have it. He nearly had it. 3. 6. Back out at 6 on 1 turn. It's that literal turn 10 where Gordon Haig loses about 3 tenths either on the entry coming in. He looks like he'd already lost it on the entry, and the gap's back out to 6 again. So he must know that's where he's clearing, that where Iglesias is pulling away from him, you know. Oh, that was Zelenka in front. Second. A second over 1 sector. Oh, unbelievable. But Matt Letnes is coming out of the gravel. There is Matt. Unfortunately for him, coming out of the gravel trap is Matt Letnes. Started about here. Oh, the big puff of smoke there coming out of 7 and 8. And around he goes. Not a good evening for Slow-Mo at all. It's still not coming out of replays. This is never good. For some reason, it's not liking coming out of replays at the moment. There's only so much is in my control. And unfortunately, for where it jumps out of replays, that is not one of them. So, try and get it out as quickly as we can. Apologies if you are watching this thinking, oh my God, I can't do a lot about that one, unfortunately. Mellis and Simpkins battling away. Haig's lost 1.4, 1.5. What has happened to Gordon Haig? He's just absolutely dropping time like anybody's business. And he's only got 3 minutes left. He's only going to have 2 laps to go. But he's just losing time hand over foot. So, see the gap to the leader on your screen. 52 seconds for Stephen Koenig, 26 for Stefan Mellis. Haig's got it back down. Oh, big slide there from that was Simpkins is still battling with Mellis on this run down into the final chicane. This is the gap this is the gap Haig needs. Mellis is going to have it, 2.5. He's got the 2.5 on the exit. Oh, you Simpkins, you cheeky little rascal, you. Tucking behind him. That's 2 moves. Come on, come on, come on. We're not weaving a jumper here, mate. Let's keep it on the straight line going down. 1 I get, but 3 across the jump track. Not good. I'd like to see 3 moves. I'm more of a 1 move person, you know. You move once, great. Moving 3 times, I'll give you a knitting needle. So, I'm sure Yus will message me after this and say, hello? But hey, that's what I'm here for. So, Mellis is still tucked up behind him now. Oh, Eustace got wide, that's allowed Mellis going to come through. Eustace going to try and run him around the outside. Did manage to hold the position. Guy Robinson's going to get involved in this one as well. We're going to have a little freeway battle as we're going to be starting the final lap of the race. Very, very shortly as the leaders are coming through 14. Can Mellis make that move? He's got Simpkins is trying to hug the inside line. He's got to be able to look at swapping him back somewhere. Gordon Haig's come again. but he's only got one lap. You've come on the final lap at him. The final lap of the race. Down to 2 tenths. If he's called him enough, fair play, Gordon Haig, right? I'll give you that one. I will sit here and eat humble pie. But boy, oh boy, have you left it late to have another go at Diego Iglesias there, I tell you. Big on Helen's been off track as well on the final lap. Haig's got down to 2:11, coming down into 5. Haig's going to make the dive on the inside. Final lap of the race. Gordon Haig takes it on turn 5. He dropped out to about 1.4. And then he got it all the way down. Is now taking the lead. Coming out of 7 and 8. Gordon Haig, Sim Race in Norway. What an absolute stellar job there. Here we go now. It's coming down into 10. Still Gordon Haig out in front. Iglesias got to be looking at coming again. He's just lost it on the final lap of the race. Somebody's entered into the pit lane. That's Johan Olmark. Round 12 we go. I think this is going to be Haig if he can hold on and just lock up that final chicane. Don't think Iglesias is going to be. He's going to try it. Oh, Haig's tightened it up. Can he get the exit? That's going to be the run down into the line. It is going to be Gordon Haig. Last lap overtake of Diego Iglesias. It comes across the line. Gordon Haig in first. Diego Iglesias in second. Damien G in third. There's David Rolliston in fourth place. George Gonzaga's a long way back. There's George. Craig Gregory recovered to 6th. So a stunning job by him. Stefan Mellis has got Guy Robinson coming up behind him with Hugh Simpkins in front. So these guys, after their epic scrap, coming across the line in 8th, 9th and 10th. There we go. There is Glenn Andre Christensen, Vigard Helland over the line. Russell Wood behind him. Yanaman Pruis behind that one as well, as we just wait for the last 2 drivers to come off there. Well, I think you got to admit it was somewhat of an impressive race there all the way through for Gordon Haig. He played it nicely right up until the last lap. He dropped out to 1.4, and to be able to basically claw that back and then over the last lap make the move, really impressive from Gordon Haig there. So well done to Gordon. We're just waiting for the results to come through as everybody's crossed over. Must be a bit confused here, but we are on the checkered flag. There's Johan Olmark. That's probably not confused of the software. Right, the results are up. So let's bring you the results from this evening's race. Gordon Haig in first with a last lap overtake over Diego Iglesias. Damien G in third. David Rolliston fourth. George Gonzaga in fifth. Craig Gregory sixth. Maren Griegic, Hugh Simpkins 7 and 8 respectively. Stefan Mellis down in ninth. Guy Robinson 10th. Glenn Christensen down in 11th. Vigard Henland 12th. Not a good day for the slow-mos, I've got to be honest. Russell Witten 13th. Jonaman Pruis 14th. Stefan Koenig 15th. Johan Olmark 16th. Jacek Zelenka down in 17th. And Matt Lentas 3 laps down in 18th place. Berger Elkid there in 19th. Gary Truby in 20th. And Marnik Heister, who was involved in lap 1 incident, down in 21st place. So there we go. What an interesting AMS race that was. Don't forget, straight after this, we do have the pros. So, let's see if we can get Gordon Haig in. I want to know, it'd be good to have a chat with Gordon, I think. Into the booth. That would be absolutely amazing. So, yep, I will do that. Ah. Okay, well, let's have a chat with this man. Gordon Haig, welcome in. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm very happy with the win today. Everything went perfect for me, so I was able to save the tires a little bit behind Diego. So,
Well, it did go perfect for me. I had a bit of a worry that you were too far back. You dropped down to about 1.4, and then you just kind of seemed to come back at him.
yeah, I knew that he had burned the tire, so I felt I needed to push a little bit more just to catch up with him again, and then I have decided to try to overtake him the last 2 rounds if possible, and happily he had some kind of lockup, I think, in was it turn 5?
Yeah.
So very happy, super happy.
Yeah, I bet. Absolutely stunning victory in last lap overtake there as well. Well done to you. On to Bathurst next week. What's the general consensus?
Yeah, I basically love that track. I think it's wonderful.
Oh, well, there you go.
And yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of practice. This week I figured out the car and the braking points and everything for this very slippery Barcelona track. So on to Bathurst, really.
Absolutely. Is there anyone, Gordon, that you want to give a shout out to before you depart the booth this evening?
Yeah, I want to have a shout out to my team, Sim Racing Norway, and the guys from EGL. They are going for the some of the guys are going now to compete to the pro now at 10 o'clock, I think.
Yep, that should be a good one, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna follow them. These guys are really fast, so
yeah. Well done, Gordon. Congratulations on your first place, and we'll see you next week in Bathurst.
Thank you, and a shout out also to you guys for the commenting and everything.
No worries, buddy. Thank you so much for your kind words. Right, let's have a quick chat with...
You do the endurance as well on Sunday or not?
No, you're not doing that on a Sunday. You're talking to me in a booth live on YouTube.
James.
Hello, Damien. How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you.
Good. You know, not a bad race for you. 3rd place.
Yeah, happy with that.
Yeah?
Good race, yeah.
You reckon you could have got higher?
I was fighting with David for a little bit. I made a mistake. He got past me. He made a mistake. I got past him. Time didn't seem to come down. I was hoping the top 2 would not really come together, but slow each other up. Battling, but it didn't really happen.
What was the position you were in for the lap 1 incident between the front guys? Barney Heister going off. Diego Iglesias.
I'll have to watch it back.
Do you remember that far back? I know it was a long time ago.
No, that was that was 30 minutes ago. No, I'll have to watch it back.
Oh, right, okay.
It's hard. People get a bit excited on the first lap and need to give each other a bit more room.
Yeah, there's definite contact, but hey, that's racing at the end of the day, though, bud.
Zero incidents, though, so not bad, is it?
No, bonus points for you then. Yeah, no, bonus points for you. So going off now, Damien G's week is going to be practicing for Bathurst, is it?
Yeah, should be. I'm not that keen on Bathurst.
Are you not?
Not really. So this track, I haven't hardly raced this track before the start of this week, and I practiced on this and got quite quick. So Bathurst, I struggle up and down the mountain, pushing it.
Okay. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what you can do. I do have one final question for you, if you can just answer this. What was the takeaway before tonight's race?
Yeah, that's a problem. I haven't had anything yet.
No.
Because this race, this race is a bit earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get Chinese.
Oh, well, there you go. Heard it straight from the horse's mouth. David G is off to get a join. Hey, do you think that could have contributed to the fact that you got third place that you didn't eat before you weren't sat there full up? Yeah, you were later in the car.
Later, yeah.
Check you
definitely.
out.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Is there anyone you'll give a shout out to before you leave the booth, Damien?
Not really. Just all the drivers. Good driving. Enjoy this league. Right.
All right, mate. Awesome stuff. Well, I look forward to seeing what you can do in Bathurst next week.
Lovely. Cheers,
mate. Bye.
Say bye.
Right, and the last final interview this evening, Stephen Koenig. Stephen, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm great, actually. I had a race that, I wasn't late for.
No, and you finished it, which is even more important. Putting YouTube earlier on, you want to keep it on the black stuff, and you did just that.
Oh, that's it. It was all about just trying to do it, but there was a little bit of contact in the race. I think one chap and I had a very intimate moment going into a corner, and a beautiful pirouette later, and unfortunately my teammate passing me like I'm looking for Sunday parking for church.
Well, overall it was a good race then.
No, it was absolutely amazing and rather exciting. Can't wait for the next one, and Barcelona being one of my worst circuits. Glad to finish with all four wheels still left on the car. And, now my crew chief that was busy bragging to my teammates and I about how she was enjoying ice cream gets to share ice cream now.
Oh, very nice job as well. Well, Stephen, I've got to get on to the pros, buddy. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Shout out to all the spectators, to you guys. Thank you for the broadcasting. Leon Strachan and Gentleman Price for all it, and all our guys that are supporting us back at home here in South Africa.
Awesome
Onwards
stuff.
to the next.
Yeah, awesome stuff, Steve. Well, look forward to speaking to you as the season evolves, and congratulations, well done on your 15th place.
Woohoo!
Hey, every point matters, mate. Every point matters. But you take care, Stephen, and I'll chat to you soon.
Cheers.
Well, there you go, guys. Now, that was Stephen Koenig in the booth there. He is now happy with his 15th place, but that is going to be it for the AMS guys as well. I know Damien G entering the booth. Who knows how he's going to come in? You know what I mean? But he comes in like that. Hey, at least he's off to get a Chinese. But we're going to swap over to the pros, guys. So I am going to be back very, very shortly. I've just got to change the sessions. But for now, guys, take care, and I'll see you all shortly.